Hi, I'm Eric Siegel with ericstrains.com and welcome to episode 30 of my video train blog series. Okay, it's early March 2013 and it's been a while since my last blog video. It's been about 2 months and there are a couple of reasons for that. The first reason is because up until now I just haven't had that much to talk about. You know, it's been a slow couple of months and I just haven't had enough to talk about to justify doing a full blog video. I know a lot of you kids will email me and message me saying, hey, when's the next layout update? When's the next blog video and stuff like that? And the honest truth is that sometimes I just don't have a lot to talk about and so I won't do a video. So usually when there's a gap between the videos, there's a reason for it. It's because I've got nothing to show you. Now, the other reason for the delay is because I've been doing a lot of review videos. I had fallen behind on my product review videos at the end of 2012, and so I've been trying to play catch up. I've been doing about one product review per week, and I've knocked a lot of them out, but I've still got a whole bunch of stuff left to review, and I'll talk about that later in this video. But I do have a lot of stuff to talk about today. The first thing I want to talk about is progress on the layout. The layout progress over the last couple months has been slow and steady. I haven't done anything major. Most of the work has been in the Colorado room, but I have done a little bit of work on other areas of the layout as well. Now, in the next few months, I will be doing some major work on the layout, and I'll explain why in just a couple minutes. But for now, let's go around the layout, and I'll show you what I've done over the last couple months. As I said, most of the progress over the last couple months has been here in the Colorado room. In video blog 28, I showed you the progress in this room, and the scenery here was complete, at least on this lower level, up until about right here. And then it fell off and all of this was under construction. And now you can see I've expanded the scenery over this way. There's the tunnel portal. And it comes around this way with some more rock work and scenery, all the way until it gets back here where I'm still doing some work. Now in video blog 28, I believe this second insert here was still under construction. It's now complete, so this section is an insert. And if I pull it out, that gives me access to the tracks inside the tunnel, and it's also a storage area for trains and so forth. That's the MTH Coors train. Normally that train is over here where the Coors Brewery will eventually be, but because I'm doing so much work over here right now, I don't want to damage the train, so I've got it in storage right here, so there it is. Up on the top level where the narrow gauge ON30 line is going to be, I haven't done too much work over the last couple months. I'm still playing around with the track, trying to figure out exactly what course it's going to take. But over here is where the passenger station is going to be for the narrow gauge line. There's the passenger station. That's the Lionel UP station. And just an interesting tidbit for some of you guys who may be new to the hobby. Sometimes you have to make big things fit in a small space. And the Rico station, when you first get it, is pretty deep. It's about 10 or 12 inches deep. And this space up here is pretty narrow. So to make the Rico station fit, what I did is I cut the Rico station in half lengthwise. So what you're seeing is just the front half of the station, and there is no back to it. If you look around the sides, right now you can see that there's nothing on the back. It just goes right into the wall. But once I have all the trees and scenery in place, you won't be able to tell, and it'll look like the whole station is there. So that's just a little trick for some of you guys who may be new to this. Sometimes you need to make something fit, and you just cut it in half like that and make your layout look a little bigger than it really is. In the Carolina room, the only work I've done over the last couple months has been the addition of some new trees. I've got about 6 or 7 new trees over here, and then on the other side, I've got a couple new trees as well right there. Here in the main room, I've also added some new trees on this hillside. I've added about 7 or 8 new trees, especially above the tunnel there. So it's looking pretty good. This is the last spot on the layout where I've made progress over the last couple months. You can see the pink foam back there. That will eventually be a hillside. And then up on top of the hill, I'll have some flats for some houses and other buildings. The black lines are temporary roads that I've painted onto the wood with black paint. They are not permanent. I will eventually replace them with a better material, but they're just there right now just to give me an idea of where I want the roads to be. Now, back there where the road dead ends in the back wall, that will eventually be a tunnel so that the road will disappear into a tunnel. And then this road over here will eventually continue across that ridge and then through another tunnel back there. So it should look pretty cool once it's all done. And this water tower here is just there temporarily. Once I repaint it, I will give it a permanent home on that hill back there. So that's all the work I've done on the layout over the last couple months. Now, as I said, over the next few months, I'll be doing some major work on the layout. And the reason is because this year in 2013, I'm having several open houses for the layout. I'm having the normal open house in the fall that's part of the Piedmont Pilgrimage, but then in July I'll be having 3 additional open houses. And the reason is because the National Model Railroad Association, or NMRA, is having its 2013 annual convention in Atlanta. My house is about 30 minutes north of Atlanta, and it's part of a tour of area layouts that's part of the convention. And so on the 14th, the 16th, and the 20th of July, I'll host open houses for the layout. Now, the open houses on the 14th and the 20th are self-guided tours where people just come from the convention by themselves to see the layout. And then the open house on the 16th is a guided tour that people pay extra for, and then a tour bus takes these groups of people around the city to see each layout. So it should be really exciting, but as you might expect, I'm really anxious about making a lot of progress on the layout before people start showing up. So over the next few months, you're going to see a lot of work on the layout, and I'll show you that work as it progresses. Now, I'll give you more information about the open houses in the upcoming blog videos, but for now, if you want more information, check out the NMRA 2013 convention website. You can get to it by going to this link right here. The last thing I want to do is talk about some of the new trains and train-related items that I've picked up over the last couple months, and also talk about some of the upcoming product reviews. There's a lot of stuff to see, so let's go ahead and take a look. The first new items that I want to show you are here in the stairway leading down to the layout room. I've got a collection of signs here that I've been building up slowly over the years, and I've just added 4 new signs. There's the Rock Island sign here, the Association of American Railroads sign here, the New Haven sign down here, and then the Railway Express Agency sign. Now, the cool thing about these 4 new signs is that I didn't buy them. They were given to me as gifts. There's a kid out in California named Sean who's a big fan of the layout and the videos, and his parents got in touch with me and asked if they could fly him out here just to see the layout. And so their family flew out here and they came to see the layout. We had a really fun time, and they gave me these 4 signs as gifts. And that was really touching. So Sean, if you're listening, I had a really fun time. Thank you for the signs, and I hope to see you again soon. Here's one of the new trains I picked up recently. You probably saw this sitting behind me a minute ago. This is the new Lionel Motor City Express set. It comes with the CSX SD80 and then 4 of the new Lionel corrugated auto carriers. It's a pretty nice set. It's not the best set I've ever seen in my life, but it's pretty good. I'm in the process of reviewing it right now, so look for that review to be up on YouTube in the next couple weeks. Back behind the trees there, you can see another new addition to my fleet. This is MTH's version of the GE ES44 Evolution Hybrid. The set comes with the engine itself and then the lab car behind it. And I gotta say, it's pretty nice. I will be doing a review on it in the near future, so keep an eye out for that. And to answer the question before you ask it, I will be doing a comparison between the MTH version and the Lionel version, although to be frank, it's not a very fair comparison. The Lionel Vision Line Evolution Hybrid is a $900 model. This is a $450 model. They're both very nice, but they're just different, and so it's sort of like comparing apples and oranges, but I will do a quick comparison between the two when I do the review. Something else that's come in recently is this 4-pack of Lionel Southern heavyweight passenger cars that match the Lionel Southern Crescent Limited 462 Pacific. I've had the engine for quite a while now, but the matching passenger cars just came in January, so here they are. They're very, very nice, and the good thing is that I've already reviewed them, so if you want to see that review, you can find it on my YouTube channel. And likewise, if you've never seen my review for the Southern Crescent Limited Pacific, you can find the review for that on my YouTube channel as well. Here's another new addition. This is Lionel's new TMCC equipped speeder. Lionel's been making the speeder for many years, but what they've done now is added TMCC to it so that you can run the speeder with a Lionel TMCC or Legacy remote. Now, just like the Southern passenger cars, I've already done a review on the speeder. If you want to see it, you can find it on my YouTube channel. Not every new train that I've picked up is O-scale. This is standard gauge. We're on the floor of my basement where I've got a loop of standard gauge track, and this is a new standard gauge train that I picked up in January. It's made by Lionel Corporate Tin Plate, which is not made by Lionel. It's made by MTH, but they have an agreement with Lionel that allows them to brand the trains as Lionel. This is what Lionel trains looked like back in the early 20th century, all the way up until World War II. This is the number 7E steam engine that was made around 1912 or so. And then the matching orange and cream passenger cars, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I really like standard gauge trains, and it's sort of a side hobby of mine apart from O-scale, and so I pick up a few things every year, and so this is the latest edition. And just like everything else, I'll be doing a review on this, so look for that in the coming weeks on YouTube. Here's another new addition to the fleet. This is the Lionel Santa Fe 484 Northern. It's a fantastic engine. I'm really happy I got one. And in fact, I like it so much I may get a second road number. And then along with the engine, Lionel also made 6 matching heavyweight passenger cars. You can buy these separately. They're sold as a 4-pack and a 2-pack for a total of 6. Now, I will be doing a review on all of this, so keep an eye out for that on YouTube in the coming weeks. The last new item that I want to show you is something that's a little on the retro side. This is Lionel's new Conventional Classics Union Pacific Anniversary Set. It's a reissue of the original 1464W anniversary set that Lionel put out back in 1950. It got the nickname of Anniversary Set because 1950 was Lionel's 50th anniversary. The set comes with 2 of the Lionel 2023 UP diesels. One is powered and one is not. And then it comes with 3 passenger cars. Now you'll notice that I have 5 passenger cars, and that's because Lionel made a 2-car add-on pack, which I've also purchased, so that's why I have 5 cars instead of 3. Now because this is a reissue of a post-war train, that means it is O27, not O-scale, and it also means that it is not equipped with command control. It is conventionally controlled. And for those of you who know me pretty well, you know that I normally don't buy O27 trains, and I normally don't buy trains that are not equipped with command control. So you may be wondering why I got this set. Well, it's purely sentimental. The first O-gauge trains that I ever had were given to me by my dad, and they were the trains that he had when he was a kid back in the 1950s. And one of the things that he had in his collection was a set of the 2023 diesels. And I still have them, but they're in pretty bad shape. They've been beaten up over the years. And so I've always wanted to know what they looked like when they were new. And so that's why I got this set. And as you can see, it looks great. Now, as I said, it's conventionally controlled. That means I cannot run it up here on the main layout because I can only run trains that are equipped with command control up here. I have to run it right now on a loop of track that I've got on the floor. But what I'm going to do in the future is install a command control board inside the engine. I'm going to buy it from the Electric Railroad Company and install it inside there, and that will allow me to run the engines with my legacy remote. And then once that's done, I'll be able to run this train up here with the rest of the other trains. So there it is. I'm going to be doing a review on it in the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for it on YouTube. Okay, that about wraps it up for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Eric Siegel, and I'll see you next time.
Dispatcher, are we cleared through the block? Over. Yes, you have a clear track.